Now at 11, as COVID-19 cases surge, the U.S. Supreme Court today blocking a centerpiece of President Biden's strategy to get more people vaccinated. The justices denied the vaccine and testing mandate for large businesses. However, the court will allow a mandate for healthcare facilities that participate in Medicare and Medicaid. The mandate on businesses would have impacted roughly 80 million Americans.
And meanwhile, 17 million healthcare workers will have to comply with that vaccine mandate. WPTV's Todd Wilson joins us now with a reaction on how the ruling will impact your job. Todd.
Well, today that ruling really came down to just one question. Does OSHA have the power to regulate public health? By a 6-3 vote, the Supreme Court dealt the White House a significant blow. The High Court blocked the Occupational Safety Health Administration's rule requiring businesses with more than 100 people to prove that all employees have been vaccinated or make them face weekly testing. James Crocker owns Hog Technologies in Stewart, a company that employs nearly 200 people.
The language in the statute calls for, it uses the term grave danger. And when something presents a grave danger, we should all be able to agree on that very easy.
Crocker says if a mandate was put in place, it would adversely impact his company.
Some 30% of my staff, we estimate, would leave. And by the way, it's not possible to really predict whether or not those would be critically important folks, what the difficulty of replacement would be, what the costs of replacing those folks would be.
In a separate ruling, the court did uphold the rule for healthcare workers who treat Medicare and Medicaid patients.
It's our job to protect those of us around us and our community.
Dr. Carrie Firestone says the High Court's decision did not go far enough.
Everybody's tired of arguing with people that are doing their own research and not listening to the experts. And we know the way out of this, and people aren't doing what we need to do to get out of it.
Workplace attorney Erin Tandy also closely watched the developments from D.C. and the legal impact of it all.
What they found was the OSHA problem, or the OSHA program, doesn't have precedent. And there really isn't previously a experience with OSHA mandating that workers going into private businesses have to meet certain healthcare standards.
On the other hand, Tandy says Medicare and Medicaid require facilities receiving government money to meet certain standards. Well, the White House is expected to continue to push businesses to look out for their customers, their employees, but also the communities that they operate in. In Palm Beach County, Todd Wilson, WPTV News Channel 5.
Todd, thank you. The Cleveland Clinic weighed in on the court's decision, saying that they are moving forward with the mandate here in Florida. All Florida-based employees and those who provide services within their facilities are required to receive their first dose by January 27th and the second dose by February 28th, or the one-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Those that don't, without approved exemption, will be placed on an unpaid leave of absence.